Silver Medal Rammus skin giveaway will happen at the end of the tournament tonight, so stay on stream. If you don't have a Twitch account, it is necessary, as I'll be taking it from the stream chat list. Also, don't forget to check out all of the ways to contact and or get information about Dominate Dominion, and there's also a donate/chip-in button at the bottom of the stream. So if you have any cash to spare and you love Dominion, if you could donate, that's going to go straight to the fund for a huge cash prize tournament for Dominion being planned by the Dominate Dominion crew. So that should be some good stuff to watch. It's really going to help bring, I guess, grow the scene even more, as we have been doing here at Dominate Dominion. But we have loaded in.
And this is game 1 of the finals of the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 21. Pays Evelynn Child Support versus Blind Pig Banditos in the finals. These two teams seem to be unstoppable right now. Pays Evelynn Child Support on the left side, Infeed playing as Vayne, Painkiller playing as Malphite, Captain Blueberry playing as Swain, Confidarius playing as Darius, and Halfhard playing as Urgot. I'm one half of your casters tonight. I am Gander, and casting with me is
Shobra here, and on the other side of the map, as the game begins, we have Blind Pig Banditos, Talith PA on Ezreal. We have Aish on Maokai, Zemike on Sona, a Parkhurst down here in the bottom on Malzahar, and last but not least, Eulalia on Fizz. We are seeing a bit of hesitation actually coming out from Hex as they wait at the Speed Shrine. They're trying to get the Never Move onto the enemies, but Talith PA will dodge right on out of that.
Meeting each other up at the top. There's some shots fired by Half-Hearted's Urgot up there as both teams get their full numbers of people up to the top there. Half-Heart taking some damage right there. Half-Heart and Talith have that range, and it looks like they're making the dive right now, pushing everybody off of things. Zemike's kind of getting caught right there. That terrain is sharp and pointy, easy to get caught on, but there's an exhaust that goes down on Confidarius, and Confidarius is the first one to fall. Eulalia begins the cap on the tower, which is up. Good. It's going to force Blueberry around, but she opts to change her tactics and go for Half-Hard instead and help take him out, and is able to do so. Painkiller getting low, caught with a twisted advance right there. Ezreal is able to help take him out, and now it's Captain Blueberry up there by himself. Eulalia begins the cap. It's going to force someone to click to interrupt that. Confidarius is the one that picks up that interrupt there, and she's going to pole vault over Confidarius, going for Captain Blueberry and hitting him there, and Eulalia's a little worse for the wear. It looks like she is, yes, going to go down. And now Confidarius is going to be the next one to fall. Eulalia hits that revive. You see on the minimap she's on her way back up to the top there. Zemike is slowed, being chased by Painkiller, but between Zemike and Aish, they don't have any of their primary damage dealers up here at the top right now. While they have Half-Hearted as Urgot able to dish out the shots, as it were. Blueberry gets back up the top, but so does Eulalia, freshly refilled on hit points and mana, looking to make an engagement happen here, but they really don't want to do it without Maokai. Maokai is the tanky champion they have on their team. Shot by Ezreal, interrupting that cap right there. Click on it by Eulalia to interrupt it as well. Zemike going for that health rock, but taking some damage. In the meantime, Painkiller's low on hit points, but he dives in and it gets back out. Zemike is hanging back, trying to contribute as much as he can with his low health as he has there. Half-Hard goes down, and is Painkiller going to survival method out? Not this time. Painkiller goes down. Blind Pig Banditos is able to secure the windmill.
Very, very well played over that immensely long top lane fight by Blind Pig Banditos. In the beginning, I really wanted to point out that Eulalia played it very well by shifting the focus of the fight, trying to bait Blueberry back around the tower and then turning right onto Halfhard to take out that early kill. It also helped that Aish lived through the whole initial first half of that skirmish, allowing him to come in later to assist his team with a revive while the enemy had no more left. That allows Blind Pig Banditos to pick up that windmill for the first 3 cap, and now we do see that Pex has gathered all 4 at top once again. The Storm Shield is already on Vayne. Meanwhile, Fizz is trying to pick up the Storm Shield for Blind Pig Banditos, but is going to get spotted, may get sandwiched here. No, Urgot just a tad bit too slow. Sona comes around the backside to assist in case Fizz gets caught. Of course, Fizz also still has Playful Trickster left for that free escape. Meanwhile, Vayne has just been pushing up, getting some farm, and actually has been able to take down the tower to half. Minions are just so important. A lot of people forget about minions being able to take towers, but they do an immense amount of damage onto towers.
And Talipie taking some hits right there, has to Arcane Shift into his team, but Sona getting people with the ultimate right there, the crescendo, getting off a nice stun right there. Half Heart's going to go down, and now they are chasing Painkiller, but a lot of members of Blind Pit Banditos are looking a little low on mana. I don't know how much longer they can stay active on the map past that engagement that they just had. Infeed pressing on the top forced them to kind of come around and group up for that, but they took advantage of being grouped up by immediately pushing out after the creep wave had been taken care of. And Lalia dives in for Infeed to force him off of the towers so that Ezreal is able to begin the cap and gets him with the Chum the Waters there. They are going to pick up this 4th point right now. Blind Pit Banditos off to a very solid start.
Wow, a 4 cap right away, and the double kill coming up from Malzahar once again in the bot lane. Just shifting focus right away, put down his AoE health dot on the ground while Darius was trying to beat on him, and then turned around, used his suppression to pick off the other kill. And it turns right back around. Trade kills with Darius coming out in a 2-for-1 trade, all on his own. The refinery is recapped by Pex, but they're going to need to take some time and really regroup and think of a better strategy right now. Last time they tried to catch Fizz and spent a little bit too much time doing that, which spread out their focus and allowed Blind Pit Banditos to abuse and exploit that weakness in their setup. They're going to have to regroup once again. The vision does go onto Malphite as he runs into a sapling, and Maokai actually attempts to go in with the Twisted Events, but gets denied as the vision just ends when Malphite re-enters the brush, but he does go onto Urgot, but Ezreal's actually going around the other way. The Maelstrom comes out. Maokai just wants to distract them and keep them busy, and Ezreal starts to channel onto his refinery. He's going to hop right on over with Arcane Shift, take down Urgot with the help of Fizz, and now they're going to try to keep Malphite away from Fizz. They're doing a really good job of it. There's the Garrison though, but it's still a 3v1. Vayne now coming back as the Pex has taken away the Boneyard from Blind Pit Banditos. The tower has not been neutralized here at the Refiner, and Vayne actually nearly gets a kill onto Ezreal and will drive them off in the end.
With that exhaust, Infeed really didn't want to take that tumble and take that shot, because then he wouldn't have been able to so quickly retreat. Might have gotten caught by a Twisted Advance. Very good to not go for that kill right there. Very excellent Garrison timing by Blueberry, by Malphite in that last Asian Painkiller, able to save that tower. And now Aish going down, but a very good Chum the Waters by Eulalia there, able to take out Infeed. And now, half-hearted there, Blueberry's low on mana. Things are looking okay as long as Eulalia can stay alive for a little bit and get another round of burst off. And she goes for it on Blueberry, but Troll Pole not quite good enough in that engagement. That Playful Trickster not able to save her. Zemite getting dived on pretty hard right there. And now things are kind of swinging around in Pex's favor. After that 4 cap, they've secured the Boneyard, and now they're going to get this windmill. Tal is trying to get a kill on someone here. He's just not able to do it. Couldn't get close enough to Blueberry to take him down. Didn't live long enough to be able to kill Half-Hearted.
Yeah, you know, shifting Darius bot has been the key for Pex so far. They've been able to pressure that bot lane and take that Boneyard away, getting their very own 4 cap for just a short little while here. Excuse me, I'm just tripping over all my words in these finals, but they still maintain that 3 cap against VPB. And now it's up to them to set up a siege at the windmill if BPB chooses to go the traditional route. However, with the mobility and the assassination potential, they may go elsewhere middle. There's going to be a small engagement. Fizz does successfully still get the Storm Shield, and Sona and Maokai will escape without an issue just yet.
He does have a Hextech Sweeper. He can see what's going on with these bushes if he chooses to, but it does have a cooldown. So it looks like he's opting to wait for a better time to use it than he does have access to right now. There is not a Hextech Sweeper on Pays Evelynn Child Support's side, however, so they aren't able to just sort of check that bushes and take a roll call, so to speak, of who is in there. Down at the bottom, Blueberry and Confidarius have killed Malzahar, and with the other 4 up at the top of the map, Darius can go down there and take that tower for free. Infeed taking a lot of damage, but almost escaping there. Ezra losing the ult, but the ult wasn't necessary, so ultimately didn't really do too much. They are taking this dive pretty hard, but Eulalia is just kind of sitting there chipping away at people. She's got that extra poison damage and that burst there, able to clean that up. And they're going to go for the windmill, but even though they have the windmill, Darius got the bottom. They haven't really won in that exchange.
but the minions do push out against the Quarry, neutralizing that, so it's going to bring it to a 2-2 cap for a little bit while, but Malzahar is just having a lot of trouble bot lane right now. BPB really needs to either take advantage of the fact that Pex constantly sends 2 people bot lane, or switch someone out, and Malzahar just needs to be in a different place right now, just constantly getting 2v1 ganked. Once again, here comes Swain with Bane's help. The Never Move will land. They've completely finished him. There's the condemn and a quick and easy kill for Pex. As Sona tries to recapture the Boneyard, the Apron will not land, but Darius should be able to defend it long enough for Captain Blueberry to show up. Eulalia has also come here for assistance, but there's the Garrison preemptively using it, and look at Eulalia just fell to the damage of Darius and Swain. The Crescendo picks up the shutdown onto Darius though, and Ezreal has now come to make this a 2v1 against Swain. Swain's still doing so much damage and sustaining, but mana is low right now for Swain. He needs to watch out. He's looking for that health relic, but Ezreal actually just going to back off as top lane is now having its own issues for BPB, as Ashe is 1v2ing against Painkiller and Hayfighter. There's Infeed. That's going to be another kill for this Vayne. And there it goes. It's actually going to go to Urgot this time around, but Pex will still be able to take the windmill and get that recap, as they have given up the Boneyard, but still a worthy trade.
Blueberry leaving that ult on a little bit too long down the bottom, started himself out for mana though, but it did keep him alive, and now Confidaris, oh, he sees what's going on. He does not want to deal with that. He is scared of Malzahar's little dog. That Voidling is a very frightening thing to have to deal with. If you turn a corner in a dark alley, and look, Confidaris getting a little bit of damage from that dot there. Parker's kind of chasing him away, but looks like they're going for further victimization on a Parkhurst. They really don't like a Parkhurst. Maybe a Parkhurst kicked their dog or something like that. I don't know. Going for a pretty hard dive, chasing them all the way to their own tower right now, while a fight goes on the upper end of the map.
The upper end, we do see a little bit of poke coming out from across the wall, and there goes Ashe right under the tower. There's the Maelstrom denying any of the damage that's not from the tower. Lalia's gonna pop right on out with the Playful Trickster. Vayne tries to come in and assassinate Ezreal, but there's the Chum the Waters, lands onto Vayne. The True Shot Barrage a little bit wasted trying to secure the kill, but it's not gonna be an issue as it's still a 4v2. Excellent kiting away by both Ezreal and Fizz will secure 2 kills for Fizz, as BPB is able to reclaim the windmill, but Swain, played by Captain Blueberry, is once again pressuring this Boneyard. Ezreal has come back, but is he going to be there in time to stop the capture? I don't think so. There's also quite a few minions being on this tower. Boneyard goes back in favor to Pex. Pex still has the 3 cap.
Yeah, they've sort of shifted their focus more towards the bottom lane than they have on the top lane, letting that windmill go on multiple occasions, only to get it back later on, and constantly pressuring this bottom point. It's really shutting down a Parkhurst pretty hard. You can see right here, a Parkhurst just had come back, but is going to get taken down, though Zamike is able to help put away Darius in that exchange. Blueberry toggles that ult off, doesn't want to leave that on, doesn't want to use up all that mana. Painkiller lands a slow on Zamike, but Zamike is a little bit too far away for Blueberry to catch. Up at the top, though, Ashe is looking to get a Twisted Adverts on Infeed. He's waiting for it. There we go. Lands it right there. Eulalia right through Infeed. Tons of damage. Infeed goes down. Talon's PA is still alive, and now Painkiller is going to have to retreat a little bit. He needs to get back to that refinery. He has to try and interrupt that cap. Infeed with the revive quickly coming back onto the field. See that speed right there. Using the tumble to get ahead even faster, trying to catch up to everything. Ashe is really low on mana right now. Would not be surprised at all if Ashe went back and tried to get some of it, but he doesn't really have an opportunity to with them pressuring the tower right now. He has to make do with what he has. He picked up the health relic though, so it's going to give him a little bit more mana to play around with, but it's not going to be enough. Deforestation right there from Darius. Letting that Noxian Guillotine on our favorite tree, Maokai. And now, diving through that tower, not sure how I felt about that. A lot of extra damage that could have been avoided there. Infeed getting taken down. Eulalia's diving in for it, but she's going to get killed by Urgot. And Zamike is going to... No, Eulalia's going to get that kill too. She has Dot. Dots are great.
The Dot getting that kill credit. Meanwhile, Captain Blueberry not in a good position, trying to force Ashe back into base, but stayed a little bit too long. Lalia's going to pick up yet another kill. Once again, playing that Slayer role for BPB at 13, 4, and 7 so far. And Malzahar gets Malphite on his ult, and the health Dot gets the kill with the last auto attack Dare shows up just a second too late to interrupt that ultimate. BPB once again should get the 3-cap in favor of them, but look at Booberry and Infeed pushing down top once again, and also heard the Yumi's Ghostblade active being caused by Darius. He wants to catch up to this Mauser. He knows he can get the kill. There it is, the execution by Noxian Guillotine. Meanwhile, top Captain Booberry in a very bad situation. True Sharp Barrage comes down, chunks away at his health, and Ezreal picks up the kill. Parted once again a little bit too late. It's still a 2v2 as Eulalia has retreated. There's a crescendo, but Vayne is going to put out so much damage onto Sona. They're going to keep chasing down onto Talus PA. Eulalia tries to come in for the assassination. One more auto attack. There it is. The hyperkinetic position reverse. A half a second too late. Chum the Waters comes out. There's the twisted advance. Urgot absolutely locked down, but with the Hex Drinker is able to take out Fizz. Maokai gets the kill credit onto Urgot. Malphite shows up with the Unstoppable Force, but Maokai doing everything he can to stop Malphite from chasing down Ezreal, and they are successful. BPB will hold on to this 3-cap for just a little bit longer.
Very good body block by Ashe. Not sure if it was intentional or if it was just because of pathing, but Ashe body blocking Painkiller from being able to get in range to throw down that Seismic Shard on Talith PA was crucial to Talith PA being able to survive, because Talith PA had already spent a somewhat shorter arcane shift trying to wall hop away and didn't quite get the distance that he normally gets from it. Darius is retaking the bottom. Confidarius as Darius is pulling off, but a Parkhurst again. They just don't like a Parkhurst today. It's not meant to be. A Parkhurst is taking down bottom lane, and Eulalia is going around behind. She wants some of the glory. Painkiller defending 1v3 over at the refinery, throws down a garrison on that tower there, and Spike getting pulled underneath the tower, but things not going so well. There's an exhaust that went down on Confidarius there, limiting his damage output a little bit. Blueberry dives into the fight. He's got the Ravenous Flock going, positions himself in just so a way so that he can hit both Talus PA and Zamike with it, but they are spreading out, and he's gonna get focused down, unfortunately. Blueberry just not outputting enough damage to be able to quickly kill them, and they are going to neutral that garrison tower, though. Confidarius interrupts it from getting capped any further. There are some minions that are going to get some more cap time in up, but Confidarius decides he's not going to have any of that, and clears them up with a decimate. Talith PA getting chased away. Don't know when he's going to have that arcane shift. Just another second or so, and he can use it. We're going to see it, hopefully, here. Yeah, hops away, but nope, still going to get caught. Unfortunately, wasn't quite enough to get away. And now Ashe is going to go down. Maybe overextending a little bit for that point. I don't know. It stuck around at the refinery for quite a long time trying to keep pressure on it. But then, when Pex came back from the summoner platform, they were able to come and sweep that and push up for the windmill. Talith PA with the True Shot Barrage able to, from a distance, put some pressure at the top and kind of discourage them a little bit. Now that Eulalia's here, she can help out as well. But Talith taking a lot of damage. Captain Blueberry following that up, but Eulalia with that dash there, getting right on out of the way. Good dash timing for her. Unfortunate timing for Blueberry as Talith jumps over the wall there, and Zamike Painkiller zoning Zamike away. Ashe comes, oh, barely denied from being able to pick up that top point.
Very, very clutch timing coming up from Ashe and Zamike both. They're constantly just keeping Blueberry locked on. Talus PA kiting back and forth, but the bird is on him. Just one more hit, and he goes, no, he actually jumps in for the kill. I think they're going to have to trade because of the dot, but we have another pause, and I swear on my screen I see, yep, Ezreal has just gone down. There's the death timer. It just doesn't show up on the ticker yet. But this is an absolutely intense match. We have the score set at 87 to 161 in favor of BPB, but both teams playing very well. As you mentioned, a Parkhurst has just been a source of major focus coming up from Pet.
And it's not that Parkhurst is playing bad by any means. We keep seeing a Parkhurst get into 1v1 engagements. He beat Malphite in 1v1, he beat Darius in 1v1, but he's Swain in the 1v1. He's been consistently taking people down. So it's not that he's playing bad, it's just that they're seeing this and they're like, you know what, we need to shut this guy down. He's doing a pretty good job. We want to keep him sort of suppressed, as it were, and they keep putting pressure on. Like right now, down at the bottom, down at that point, it's 3 people versus a Parkhurst. And Parkhurst has a neutral on that tower for his troubles. He's been doing a really good job, and they just are determined to shut him down.
Oh, look at Eulalia. Knows that as soon as Parkhurst goes down, Pex has been sending one person to capture the Boneyard, is going to come to interrupt it, and that completely foils the plans of Pex. That's just how they've been able to keep up this whole time. They've been sending 2 to 3 more people down bot, take down a Parkhurst, and then go for the tower. But there's opportunity position reverser. Playful Trickster has already been used. There's Chum the Waters, but the nuke is too much coming up from Darius and Urgot combined. And now Mauser and Ezreal come in for the revenge kill. They will take down Darius. They're going to keep pushing. It's a 2v1 advantage. Meanwhile, at top, Aish is alone until Mike joins him, but it's still going to be a 3v2 in favor of Pex. Captain Blueberry charging on board without any fear. There is some damage going down onto Sona right away, and Malphite jumps right in, taking the tower aggro. There's the never move onto Sona. Meanwhile, Aish tries to keep Vayne zoned away, but taking way too much true damage. Vayne just changing targets whenever she needs to get that full true damage potential. Talithia shows up a little bit too late. He may also go down. Unstoppable for securing the kill, and Pax is going to get the neutral and the capture at the windmill as the Parkers continues to try to push against 2 people. Once again gets to neutralize.
Back off in that engagement just before that. Eulalia diving in to save that point, but riding the movement train, getting suppressed and then apprehended, pulled out. It was a very good gank there against her, being able to take her out from under that tower and then pull her further away with the apprehend. The movement there was just awesome. That was so pretty to watch. And now Eulalia's up at the top, but she just really doesn't have a play to make up here at the moment. Mal's got that neutral, but then Urgot and Darius kind of forced him back away. Eulalia's going for a little bit of a back cap, just applying some pressure. Doesn't want Painkiller to be able to wander away, because in the middle of the map, there is a play going on right there. Aisha's got the Maelstrom thrown down, but he's getting locked up and taking a lot of damage. It forces Eulalia and Painkiller to both go down and assist their team. Parkhurst lands a very good suppress on Infeed, with the help of Ezreal, is able to take him out. Blueberry is back away from the fight a little bit. He dodges that True Shot barrage, but just barely right there. Painkiller gets caught with a stun. Is Mike going to be able to finish off Painkiller? Yes, he is. Sona taking down Malphite right there, but getting caught by Blueberry afterwards. Aish living as long as he can down here, trying to help a Parkhurst out by putting down that Maelstrom, reducing the incoming damage. And now Half-Hearted is on the retreat there, getting chased away. And if he keeps kiting like that, Aish is too smart for it. However, Aish sees that what's going on. He's going to back off a little bit. He's going to drop a recall. Blueberry retreats to the top point in order to defend against any subsequent pushes that would have come out of that. Very nice move there by Blueberry, breaking off from that fight, seeing what his hit points were, going around, picking up a bunch of health relics, and then going up to the top point.
You see Ezreal and Fizz actually both channeling down to Storm Shield. Fizz will get it, but I want to point out that this time around, Swain on the other team, this time it will be, of course, the team of Pex, has built a lot of resist, and that's allowing him to survive so much longer. The first match, or the previous match that we had BPB play, Fizz absolutely shredded Swain's health because Swain only had built the large health pool, but now with the Frozen Heart and the, Athene's Unholy Grail, has a lot of resist and is able to stay alive longer, which just adds to sustained damage. Swain does so much damage over time and has one of the highest potentials for single target damage to do because of the amplified damage. We do see Aish charging forward despite the slow, and there's a twist advance onto Urgot. They're doing to try to lock it down. Meanwhile, Fizz tries to get the execution onto Infeed, and they will go down with the help of True Shot Barrage. Meanwhile, Unstoppable Force tries to lock down Mike and Aish, but Talon PA has been trying to kite Hayfarter. Hayfarter absolutely locks him down, takes the kill, and now returns still at pretty much full health. Nearly gets the hit onto Mike, decides to just turn around, gives up on the chase, and now they want to take down Maokai. Painkiller is also on the chase. It's a 2v1. Aish still doing some good damage, especially with the help of Maelstrom mitigating that enemy damage. But Pex will come out victorious. They have been winning quite a few of the last team fights, and they're looking really good right now.
Again, another neutral bottom lane. Parker's been able to pull neutral after neutral after neutral over there. As Mike and Talithia got to clean up a few minions from that drill that had built up while those fights were going on. You know who doesn't have an Athene? Speaking of Athenes, Sona. No Athenes right now for Mike. Is Mike opting to stick with the Chalice instead? Use that gold elsewhere maybe, instead of picking up the Chalice of Harmony. Middle of the map here, a little bit of poke going on, a big play being made for the bottom. Infeed sees it, he's got a little bit of intel right there. Confidaris knows that something's weird, backs up to his tower, but they're going in for him. As a Parker's going to throw down that suppress. Are we going to see it, or is he going to save that for a different target? We will find out. A Garrison gets thrown down on the point. Infeed, the subject of all of the burst, wanted to get him down as fast as possible. Eulalia, her job is done, so she can die and be happy, but she drops the revive and heads immediately back out onto the field. She is not done yet. A Parkhurst is getting chased so well kept up by Zemike right there, but Zemike gets position reversed into a spot where he can kind of retreat a little bit and gets back away there. And now it's Eulalia versus Halfhard, but Eulalia really doesn't have the hit points to deal with that. Halfhard is gonna what? Eulalia!
Oh,
What?
Eulalia
Oh my god!
may make the getaway with 50 health, juking in through the brush, using Playful Trickster to cut the corner. Wow, what a play, what a getaway by Eulalia, and that's going to make it pretty much a draw in that fight. Meanwhile, top lane, the Painkiller successfully defends the Windmill, and with the help of Infeed coming up later, they're going to be able to reclaim the 3-cap with the Windmill at top, and now it's 41-22. This is pretty much the last chance for BPB to try to make a comeback for this game 1 in the finals. It is a best-of-3 series, so no one's going to be out just yet, but Swain shows up, puts down so much burst out to Ezreal. Ezreal's going to get caught in the never move. That's not where he wants to be, sustaining with that ultimate, but Fizz comes in to mitigate that healing with the Grievous Wound. Will get the burst and assassin down onto Swain, and they're going to be able to get the Windmill. Maybe Vayne shows up, but Maokai says no, you will be stopped. There's Chum the Waters. Vayne gets instantly assassinated. Unstoppable Force he's used defensively to run. Painkiller is going to have to run away as Talon P gets to Windmill, and the shutdown goes bought by Parker, surviving with only 150 health. He's going to get the 4-cap. Can BPB hold on to this lead to win this game 1, 26-13, ticking down at a fast pace, 4-1 cap. Maokai now pressuring the refinery. They just want to keep the enemy locked down at their base. If they can keep this a 16-13, Urgot needs to make a run for the Boneyard as Darius is trying to capture the quarry. Malzahar had revived, though, comes back down for the block and the intro. There's a 3-1 cap, and BPB will take the victory in this game 1 for the finals this week in DominateDominion.
Strong, holy crap! 3 people tried to kill him in the bottom lane in that last engagement. A Parkhurst absolutely ran over Confidarius, and then down from the top, Halfhard came down to keep him from getting that tower, and then a Parkhurst took out Halfhard, and then he dodged the True Shot barrage. A Parkhurst, I think a Parkhurst won that game with that bottom point, because it forced Halfhearted down, it forced Halfhard down from the top, wasn't able to contribute to that fight, and just the imbalance of teams in different places. Blind Pick was able to pick up the Windmill. A Parkhurst just became like the juggernaut. That game goes to Blind Pick Banditos. We're going to a game 2, ladies and gentlemen, in this finals, and I hope it's every bit as good as this one was.